In the chaotic world of the young and the restless Thursday, March 20th, relationships are revealed to be more than just love stories, they are also about decisions, pain, and hope. Each character is at a crucial crossroads in their lives, and sometimes, relationships that seem to have been buried have a chance to blossom. The stories of love, sacrifice, and painful decisions between the main characters such as Kyle Abbott, Sharon, Nick, Tracy, Alan, Chelsea, Adam, Jack and Diane will bring viewers emotional moments. Tracy and Alan, unexpected marriage decision. Tracy Abbott, always a symbol of loyalty and wisdom, finally makes a bold decision about her happiness. Although the Abbott family has complicated relationships and is full of doubts, Tracy decides to marry Alan Laurent, a character that brings no small surprise to everyone. While the people around them are still unclear about the relationship between Tracy and Alan, one thing is clear: they have decided to plan their wedding in Paris, the romantic capital of the world. Tracy, with a gentle smile, will ask her brother, Jack Abbott, "So, I was wondering if we could borrow the company jet to fly there tonight?" This will definitely be an unforgettable conversation between Jack and Tracy. Jack, who has always had his own worries about Tracy and her relationship with Alan, will not help but feel surprised by this unexpected decision. Will Tracy be able to find happiness in the love she has chosen, or will this relationship face unexpected challenges? Surely, the combination of Tracy and Alan will bring great surprises to the whole Abbott family. Nick and Sharon, the feelings are rekindled. The relationship between Nick Newman and Sharon Newman has always been one of the most remarkable storylines on The Young and the Restless. After going through many trials and tribulations in the past, their relationship now shows signs of being reborn. In a tense conversation, Nick will be brutally honest when confronting Sharon, whom he once loved deeply. He will ask her a difficult question: "Are there times when we're together that you get the feeling that I want something to happen?" Sharon, looking sheepish, will reply that she doesn't know what he's talking about. However, deep down, she can't deny the mixed feelings she has for Nick. She will admit, "Of course, I've thought about what it would be like if we tried again." Part of Sharon feels that Nick can be a wonderful companion, but also filled with painful memories that she cannot easily overcome. Nick, in a moment of genuine honesty, will respond, "I like where we are. I hope you know that I will always be there for you, no matter what." Can this relationship be rekindled, or will Nick and Sharon continue to be close friends, sharing the moments of life together? Chelsea and Adam, a romantic relationship in the dark. While Nick and Sharon are dealing with mixed feelings, Chelsea Newman makes romantic gestures towards Adam Newman, whom she once loved deeply. Although Adam may not have been completely worthy of Chelsea's affections in the past, under stressful and challenging circumstances, their relationship has the opportunity to blossom once again. Chelsea will not hesitate to show her affection for Adam. Her affectionate gestures towards him will catch everyone's attention. Will Adam realize this feeling, or will he continue to run away from his own feelings? Their relationship will certainly be an interesting, captivating and surprising element in the upcoming episodes. Jack and Diane, Tracy's wedding plan surprise. While the emotional love story is going on, Jack Abbott and Diane Jenkins are faced with an unexpected surprise: Tracy and Alan's wedding plans in Paris. Jack, who has always been very worried about his sister, will be surprised by this decision. He may suspect that Tracy is rushing into her decision, but will Jack be able to accept the change in her life? Diane, who also has complicated relationships with the Abbott family, will be watching this development carefully. Will she have any influence in Tracy's decision, or will Diane become a bystander as Tracy embarks on a new journey with Alan? Another concern will arise when Summer Newman brings troubling news about Phyllis Summers. Phyllis, the mother Summer has always loved, has become a difficult figure for those around her. Summer will be unable to help but worry about the events happening in town, and she will try to resolve this as her relationship with Phyllis becomes more strained. Can Summer protect her mother from dangerous situations, or will she have to face the truth that her mother may not be the person she once knew? Summer and Phyllis's relationship will create powerful conflicts and major changes in the Newman family, especially when Phyllis's secrets are gradually revealed. In all of these stories, each character is facing important decisions in their lives. Love, loyalty, heartbreak and inevitable change, all will create dramatic and touching situations in the upcoming episodes of The Young and the Restless. Each decision, big or small, can change their lives forever. In the world of secrets and complicated relationships on The Young and the Restless, events continue to turn as the main characters face important decisions and surprising discoveries. Recently, a new dramatic plot is attracting the attention of viewers. Alan Laurent, also known as Martin, will have an unexpected appearance when he is recorded by a security camera near a hardware store. This opens up a series of events that fans cannot ignore, especially with the character Chance Chancellor, who is starting to investigate the dark secrets related to Alan, Tracy, and the connection to Havenhurst Psychiatric Clinic. Alan Laurent, Martin. And the mysterious appearance. It all starts when Alan Laurent, or more precisely Martin, appears in a security camera footage near a hardware store. This unexpected appearance makes Chance Chancellor unable to sit still, because he immediately realizes that Alan may be planning something dangerous. Tracy, Jack Abbott's sister, is preparing to fly to Paris with Alan, and Chance cannot let this happen without checking everything thoroughly. Chance's concern is not only about Tracy's relationship with Alan, but also the potential danger that Alan could bring to her. With his influence, Chance quickly gets involved and begins a difficult investigation. He realizes that if Alan is not stopped in time, Tracy could fall into a dangerous situation without her knowing. But things don't stop at stopping Alan from boarding the flight. Chance's investigation leads him to an unexpected discovery, when he finds a remote control device attached to the air duct at Havenhurst Psychiatric Clinic, a familiar location that many characters have close connections to. With clues gradually revealed, Chance realizes that his investigation has entered a tense phase. Not only does he face a potential criminal in Alan, but he also has to deal with dark secrets related to Havenhurst Psychiatric Clinic. The remote control device Chance finds at the clinic is the key to unlocking new suspicions. Upon further investigation, Chance discovers that the device was purchased at a nearby hardware store. This only heightens Chance's suspicions about Alan and his hidden agenda. Is Alan behind the dangerous plot at the clinic? Or are there other forces manipulating and drawing him into this dangerous game? Chance cannot simply allow Tracy to fly to Paris without clearing things up. He knows that once Tracy sets foot there, she will be in danger without even realizing it. Security cameras and important clues. To continue his investigation, Chance decides to check the security footage that records everyone who enters and leaves the hardware store. This may be the most important clue he needs to determine how Alan is involved in the strange events surrounding the Havenhurst Psychiatric Clinic. Fortunately, this security footage will be scrutinized closely, in the hope of uncovering a name or person directly related to Sharon Newman and Phyllis Summers, two figures Chance knows are definitely involved in this case. This makes things even more complicated when a key figure appears in the footage, Alan, or more accurately, Martin. The video is not just a normal security footage, but also contains a big truth that Chance could not have expected. Alan may have paid cash for the remote control device, or there may even be a paper trail related to this transaction. This leads Chance to believe that Alan is not simply a shady character, but that he is involved in a much larger conspiracy that could endanger many people, including Tracy. Chance's further investigations will bring him closer to a big truth. Security footage from the hardware store will not only help him identify Alan, but also reveal other important information. In particular, there may be a scene from inside the store that will show Alan's actions, which could shed light on many of the mysteries Chance is trying to solve. With each new clue, Chance becomes more determined to stop Alan and protect Tracy. However, the big question remains unanswered: is Alan really the one behind all this conspiracy, or is there another force pulling the strings from behind? And can Chance stop this dangerous plot before it's too late? Chance and Tracy's relationship, a fierce confrontation. This investigation is not only a challenging journey for Chance, but also a test for his relationship with Tracy. As Chance becomes more and more involved in protecting Tracy, will he be able to stay sane and not let his emotions influence his decisions? Tracy, though unaware of the danger at first, will likely feel pressured and anxious as she witnesses Chance's determination to stop her from going to Paris. Their relationship will be tested, but will Chance be able to protect Tracy without hurting either of their feelings? The events surrounding Alan Laurent, Martin, and Chance's investigation have brought the young and the restless to a dramatic climax. With each new clue revealed, each new discovery, viewers are more and more curious about what will happen next. Will Chance be able to stop Alan and protect Tracy? And will the secrets of Havenhurst Psychiatric Clinic gradually be exposed, leading to unimaginable consequences? All questions will only be answered as the next plot twists unfold in the upcoming episodes. The mysteries behind Martin and Alan, the complicated investigation in the young and the restless in the world of suspense and tangled relationships of the young and the restless, fans continue to witness dramatic developments involving Chance Chancellor, Sharon Newman, Phyllis Summers, and obscure characters like Alan Laurent and Martin. Chance's investigation has begun to reveal many dark secrets, leading to an unimaginable truth about Alan and the conspiracies related to Havenhurst Psychiatric Clinic, a place where people have rarely questioned its secretive treatment methods. The story gradually unfolds, bringing unexpected revelations about Alan's past, and putting Chance face to face the challenge of not only protecting Tracy's life but also finding out the hidden pasts of characters like Alan, Martin, Sharon, and Phyllis. Each new discovery brings Chance and the audience closer to the truth about the dangerous plots that are secretly taking place in the shadows. The truth about Alan Laurent, known as Martin, begins to emerge when Chance Chancellor discovers that it was Alan who purchased the remote control device that is linked to the strange events at Havenhurst Psychiatric Clinic. This makes Chance feel that there is a clear connection between Alan and these mysterious events. Although Chance may not fully understand Martin's change at first, he begins to suspect that Alan, or more accurately Martin, has lost his ability to perceive reality. Alan, as a therapist, may have been a respected figure in the field of psychology. But through the events that unfold, Chance gradually realizes that not all of Alan's treatments are reasonable, and may even be distorted and dangerous forms of therapy. Alan's involvement in the Havenhurst Psychiatric Clinic's intrigues, as Martin, only adds to the suspicions about his character. Sharon and Phyllis's lives were never easy, but their experiences at Havenhurst Psychiatric Clinic were beyond painful and traumatic. This becomes clear when Chance discovers that the experiences Sharon and Phyllis endured were a form of twisted therapy, a type of therapy that Alan, as Martin, may have used to manipulate and control those in the clinic. Sharon, who had struggled with psychological issues and trauma in her past, was certainly no match for Alan's subtle manipulations. Phyllis, with her strong and determined personality, was also subjected to inappropriate therapy, leaving her in a state of confusion and instability. Although Sharon and Phyllis can see the anomalies in their therapy, they are not clear enough for them to realize that they are the victims of a conspiracy. Things become more complicated when they realize that these experiences are not just a flaw in the therapy method, but part of Alan's plan to control and manipulate their lives. Chance and the dramatic investigation. Chance Chancellor, always a careful and decisive person, begins to gradually connect the dots he has gathered throughout his investigation. After discovering that Alan has purchased the remote control device, Chance cannot help but question Alan's possible hidden agenda. As Chance digs deeper, it becomes increasingly clear that what is going on at Havenhurst Psychiatric Clinic may be part of a much larger conspiracy, one that may involve the psychological and physical manipulation of Sharon and Phyllis. This will lead to a major turning point in Chance's investigation, as he discovers that Alan may have met his tragic end from a fall from a balcony in France. While he initially thinks that Alan's death was an accident, as Chance begins to ponder all the details, he realizes that the ambiguous points in the story may help him connect the dots. This may open up the possibility that Alan's death was not the end, but just part of a larger plan that he had planned all along. A web of conspiracy, unexpected connections with his deductions. Chance not only discovers that Alan may not be a typical therapist, but that he may have had dark connections to underground activities that involve manipulating and controlling others. With these discoveries, Chance begins to suspect that Alan's death is just part of a larger plan, a strategy that Alan has been preparing for a long time. As Chance gets closer to the truth, he realizes that there are complex connections between Havenhurst Psychiatric Clinic, Alan, and several other characters that he cannot yet clearly identify. These connections gradually open new doors in Chance's investigation, but also mean that he is getting closer to unforeseen danger. The end is not clear. Will chance reveal the truth? With each clue chance uncovers, one big question remains hanging in the air. Can chance find out the truth about Alan, Martin, and the dark plot that Alan has been working so hard to create? And can Tracy escape this danger without being drawn into the vortex of psychological games that Alan has set up? Every step chance takes brings new challenges, but he can't back down. The revelations about Alan, Martin, and the surprising connections will continue to dominate the story, keeping viewers eager to see what happens next in this fraud investigation. Will chance be able to bring the truth to light, or will secrets remain buried in the dark forever? Subscribe to Y&R for the latest news on our channel.